everybody, good morning. I was watching the YouTube videos about the prophecy of Sadhu. I actually do respect every people's different opinions. At the same time, with all of the religions in the world, it doesn't really matter to me what a person believes is. What I want is world peace and love for every person. It's like whatever religion you are part of, just like Sadhu, who is giving prophecy for the Philippines, who is a believer of Hinduism, I respect him and I want to say namaste for every Hindu and Hindi or people from the India, New Delhi, and all across the borders of the world. What I want to contribute with my comments and my ideas about the matter is like every person has the prophecy in their own. Even though some other people are gifted with probably the communication of God to a human being. But what I believe most is angels are actually speaking through the people's mouths if they would only just listen closely to their sensibilities and sensitivities that they feel, especially with the respect that they have to their emotions and their minds as well, because the communication of God to a human being is through the means of their thinking, speaking, and every senses that we do have. That's why if ever there were prophecies that will be happening in Pangasinan, I don't want to believe that, because I'd rather believe in the providence of God that each and every morning that we wake up, we do our chores for the day, we do our jobs, we are just supposed to be protected with the mantle of protection of the Virgin Mother Mary, because the Philippines is very loved. Mother Mary doesn't need to have an apparition for the people to believe that her presence is here, because every person actually have the light and the love within them, that their souls will just shine so bright and radiate to the whole world if only they will feel the presence of the Virgin Mary in them. Because every person who knows how to respect a woman or a man or whatever they are, or even if they are a child and they respect the adults, or whether they are the elderly, who gives love and teachings to the youth and to the young people for the future generation, then we cannot even worry about 2014 or 2015 that the world will end. It wasn't going to be. It isn't going to happen at all. The world will not end because the love of God is here, and the kingdom of heaven is on heaven and on earth. And don't you know where the heaven is really? Where? Heaven is actually here. Heaven is where we are. We are alive, we are breathing, we are having our joy that cannot be tantamount to anything that the world can give us, because heaven is actually here if only we do feel that way. Because we're supposed to understand the context of heaven, not when we pass away, not because of the eternal life only, but it is because living in God's presence while we have our physical bodies to work for, with the workforce of God, because that is what's written in Ephesians, right? We are all created to glorify the Lord with our activities that are worthy of speaking about God's work. It's like about, we just have to help the needy, and that's heaven already. We just have to cure the sick, and that's heaven already. Because of course we cannot let somebody else suffer physically or suffer from death without the natural causes, right? That's why if we started to live life like angels with no actions of corruption, with gestures of kindness, even if a simple smile in the street to somebody who's a stranger to you might probably brighten up his or her day, that he will not even do anything evil at all because somebody smiled at him. Or probably a gesture of feeding a needy, a person who is begging for food, or maybe try to reach out to every place that you can, just to spread the goodness of love of God, because heaven is already here with us, with all of the planets around the solar system. Earth is just the place where there is life, and you cannot expect life outside the earth unless you have oxygen, and oxygen will run out in tanks if you go at the outer space, because life is just here, and life is actually heaven. Heaven is where God is, and when you are having a body, spirit, soul, mind, and heart entwined all together, unified, creating harmony to the energies around the whole wide world. Whatever your religion is, whatever you believe is, whatever your culture, your customs, or how you wear, how you have your clothes, your outfits, or your hair, or however you really look like, or however you could compare yourself to somebody else. The only thing that we really have to accept is we are created in the likeness and image of God, and heaven is here.
O, Abi, please naman, yun
Yes.
po.